Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Weekly Movie News. I hope your Sunday is going well. Today, we got a lot of news to talk about. I think we got 15 or more topics to talk about today. So before we get started, make sure you leave a like, get a snack, and let's get on to the news. Disney Plus is planning to introduce channels onto its service. This will basically function as the same old TV channels with different channels for different genres like Marvel and Star Wars. So this is going to be like live TV on the Disney Plus app, and they're going to start bringing this in probably in the next year or two. I think this is kind of stupid because this is basically cable just on the service that you're paying for. So they're just going to separate it between services and services. I think it's okay. I think it's cool that you can just watch, Marvel and TV shows on like a live thing. But it's kind of just, we're going back to cable and the roots, and Disney just wants to have their own stuff. I don't see the big appeal in this, seeing that you could just pick what you want to watch. You don't really need to watch it live. It's just going to make them more money from ads. But Disney Plus is planning to introduce it. Do I care about it? No. Will some people like it? Probably. Invincible has been renewed for season 4 and 5. We already knew that they're going to be making season 3 because after season 1 they were renewed for season 2 and season 3. So now they're being renewed for season 4 and 5. That's huge. We're probably going to get even more. I doubt this is going to cover the whole comics because the comics are super long. Season 4 and season 5, I really cannot wait for this show to get to season 5 because probably by the time we get to season 5 it's going to be so action packed. A lot of stuff's going to be happening. They said we're going to get to season 3 a little bit sooner than season 2, so I'm really excited about that. I think season 2 ended on a very strong note, and I just love that this show is going to have a huge future probably for the next 5 to 10 years time, because you got season 4 and 5, then we're probably going to go all the way to like season 8 with this. I cannot wait to see what this show becomes, but it has been renewed for season 4 and season 5. Then we have probably the biggest news of the week. Keanu Reeves has officially been cast as Shadow in Sonic 3. We've been waiting on this news for so long. We've been like, who's going to be Shadow in Sonic 3? Is it going to be Hayden Christensen? A lot of people thought it was, but it's actually Keanu Reeves, which is really cool because Keanu Reeves, a lot of people make fun of him for his voice and, how he has hardly any lines in John Wick. He's like, yeah, and he's like, I'm back, and he's like, let's kill these guys, and I'm like, that's why I love him. He hardly, has to say anything, and you can feel his presence. He has so much presence in the movie, like his dark demeanor, his dark voice, and I'm like, I'm down for this. I'm down for him to play Shadow, the villain in Sonic 3. We have Knuckles coming out next week, which we're going to talk about in a second, so that's going to hold us over. But Sonic 3, we got to wait a little bit longer for. I think it comes out in December. Probably get that first trailer in a couple months, but I cannot wait to hear Keanu Reeves' Shadow. Then we have the rumored cast of Gareth Edwards' new Jurassic World movie. We have Dev Patel might star in it. We already knew that Scarlett Johansson's probably going to star in it. Jonathan Bailey has reportedly been cast, and Colman Domingo has also reportedly been cast as the villain of this movie. Look at this cast. If all these 4 of these people actually end up being in this movie, it will probably be the best cast in a Jurassic movie since the first Jurassic Park, because that one's pretty legendary. But I don't know. Gareth Edwards can bring some really cool style to a dinosaur movie that I'm really hoping he does. So I'm holding out hope for this. But do we need another Jurassic World movie? No, we don't. But will it make $1 billion? It probably will. A lot of Jurassic movies made $1 billion. All the Jurassic World movies made $1 billion. But this cast will bring in a lot of people to go see this. Scarlett Johansson, Dev Patel after Monkey Man, Colman Domingo, he's on the rise. Like, look at Colman Domingo after Color Purple, Rustin, now Sing Sing this year, and he's going to be in this, supposedly. He's going to have a great time, and I hope this works out, and I hope all these people do end up being in this movie. Steve Buscemi has reportedly been cast in Wednesday Season 2. I think he's reportedly been cast as the principal, but I'm not really too sure on that. I think he's a great member to join this cast. We're getting some more news about Wednesday Season 2 because I think they're starting to film, or they're already filming this, but I think it's going to be coming out next year, because if we have to wait another year for this, I'll be pretty surprised. But Steve Buscemi, I feel like, is a great addition to this cast. Then you have Riz Ahmed has reportedly joined the cast of Wes Anderson's new ensemble film with the likes of Michael Cera, Benicio del Toro, Bill Murray are also attached to this project. And then you don't really know anything about the plot. They're keeping that under wraps. Riz Ahmed, though, I think is a fantastic actor. I loved his work as Sound of Metal, and I can't wait to see what he does in a Wes Anderson film alongside the greats of Michael Cera and Bill Murray. Then we got some big casting news on Now You See Me 3. Ariana Greenblatt has been cast, and Justice Smith and Dominic Sessa have been cast, along with the original cast returning. This is really exciting. I love how they're going with the younger cast along with the older, cast from the other ones. And I think that this trio, you got Ariana Greenblatt, she's great. She's amazing in Barbie, and I can't wait to see her and what she does in Borderlands. And then you got Justice Smith. I feel like Justice Smith does great in anything. I feel like he's one of the most underrated stars right now, and Dominic Sessa was just in The Holdovers. We all know how great he was in that. We're all like gushing over him from that. But wow, some great younger up and coming stars we're casting this. We're probably gonna get another cast member or two probably announced in the coming weeks. I do look forward to that, but this is starting to look really good. We got some new people and we got the older people. I probably wouldn't have been interested if the older cast wasn't coming in, but I'm happy the older cast is coming in along with the new cast in here, so I think it's going to work out pretty well. Martin Scorsese will direct a Frank Sinatra biopic. Leonardo DiCaprio will star as Sinatra, and Jennifer Lawrence will play Sinatra's wife in this, second wife. I do kind of think that this could be really amazing. It could either be really amazing or really bad, but Martin Scorsese, he doesn't really make bad movies, so I'm expecting to be really amazing. And I'm a huge fan of Frank Sinatra. I love his music a lot. Leonardo DiCaprio, though, playing Sinatra is kind of something that I wasn't expecting. I feel like that's a very unexpected casting choice right there, so I don't know how well that's gonna go. But I'm gonna keep my expectations in check because this project's probably a very long, ways away. I think Martin Scorsese said he's gonna do another project before this. So this one's probably a couple years out, but still, as a big Frank Sinatra fan, I'm kind of very interested in this. And then we have an English language Oldboy TV series a remake is in the works. Park Chan will produce the series. And this is kind of a thing where they already made a remake to Oldboy. I've never actually seen the original Oldboy. I heard it's very amazing though. They made a English remake movie to Oldboy, and I heard it just was terrible. So a TV series remake might work a little bit better with Park Chan-wook producing this. I don't really know. I feel like they should just leave it alone. I mean, Oldboy is a certified classic to some people. I heard it's pretty traumatizing. I'm gonna watch it someday. Haven't gotten around to it yet, but I feel like this is just a pretty terrible decision. Then we have two new cast members joining Superman Legacy. We finally have Pa Kent and Martha Kent. Neva Howell will play Martha Kent, and Pruitt Taylor Vince has been cast as Pa Kent. I don't know either of these two, so I can't really judge them on what they're going to be doing here. It's kind of interesting. I think Pa Kent is going to be mostly in flashbacks because he's a lot younger than Martha Kent, but I really don't have a lot to say about these casting decisions. It's just cool that they're finally getting going on casting these people that are going to be pretty major part of the Superman movie and how his character develops. But I've never even seen these actors in my life, so I hope they give great performances. Quentin Tarantino has decided the movie critic will no longer be his final film and has dropped the idea. He is now back to the thinking board and thinking about what his final film should be. So this news dropped a couple days ago. I've been thinking about this for a while because, Quentin Tarantino, he's been like, I'm only going to make 10 films and the movie critic is my last one. And, it was starting to be a really good, a really cash shaping up for this one. And he just decided to drop it out of nowhere. I think it's all just getting to his head, this 10 film thing. He probably wants to make it as perfect as possible. And I'm just like, come on, man, just make more. Make more than 10 films. It can't be that difficult for you. You take so many years off. You make amazing films. Just make 15. Make 15, man. I don't know why he has a set number in mind. I feel like that's a little silly. I feel like he should make whatever, he should just keep going until he's run out of juice. And if 10's the number, then 10's your number, but don't back out if you're going to make this movie. It just seems a little like it's getting to your head, man. But I hope he starts thinking about his new movie pretty soon because I need a new Quentin Tarantino movie in my life. We got some Blade news that reportedly now takes place in present day MCU, and Mia Goth is still attached to play this villain. I think they said they're going to start filming this in the summer, which, I could care less at this point. They've been talking about Blade for years and years. Got announced 2019, and it still isn't made yet. I'm going to be surprised if it even hits theaters. If it hits theaters, I'll be so surprised. If it's good, I'll be happy, but I'll still be surprised because there's no way. And this movie, every time it gets close to starting to film, it just gets canceled. It's ridiculous. You have two great stars in this movie, Mahershala Ali and Mia Goth. Why can't you just get a good writer, a good director to make this movie? It's just him. It's just him killing. And how can this not be good? It should be a rated R flick. I hope it's good. I hope it actually gets made, but who knows at this point. We got some bad news that new animated Aang, the last Airbender movie, has been delayed all the way to January 20th, 2026. We were talking about this one because CinemaCon just happened with all the new news. Dave Bautista is going to be the villain, and it was coming out next year, 2025, and I think the fall, but now it's been delayed January 20th. I'm kind of upset about this because I've been waiting for a new, Avatar: The Last Airbender animated movie ever since we got the news that we're going to be getting new ones, new series following the adults. And, I kind of understand, though. I want to give them their time to make this movie as amazing as it is because we're going to be seeing these characters after so long, after them being children, teenagers. Now they're going to be adults, so I want to be I want them to give their time, though, but I need it now. I need it. I feel like it's going to be a pretty serious story. I can't wait to see the voice actors. Dave Bautista as a villain. I can't wait. So I'm just gonna let them have their time. But I'm so like, I just want it now. I just want the movie now. Even though I want to give them time, I can't wait though. Zootopia 2 has begun voice recording and it's in theaters November 26, 2025. So they're finally getting all the hard work done on this film. Animations being done at the same time, voice works being done at the same time. So all that, I cannot wait for Zootopia 2. I think it's going to be great. I think it could be even better than the first one. This is pretty interesting news. Timothée Chalamet has been eyed to star in a J.J. Abrams time travel film likened to Back to the Future. People say it's going to be like reminiscent to Back to the Future, but come on. We all know, just say it's a remake. I'm pretty sure it's basically going to be a remake to Back to the Future. And if this is even going to happen, I don't know if it's a good idea because it could ruin something like Timothée Chalamet, even though he's a huge star. I feel like trying to do a Back to the Future remake or something like Back to the Future isn't the greatest idea because Back to the Future is such a beloved movie, especially to me. I feel like it's an endless classic. So, I'm pretty pessimistic about this. I don't feel like they should be doing this. J.J. Abrams, I feel like he could be doing so much other better stuff than this, but we'll see how it goes. Fallout has officially been renewed for season 2 at Prime Video. This is amazing news. I've been gushing about Fallout for the last 2 weeks. The review's up on the channel if you want to watch it. But this is the second best show of the year so far. I thought this was amazing. You don't even have to play the games to really enjoy the show. Like, I enjoyed this show so much. The cast was great. Ella Purnell, Walton Goggins were all amazing. The set designs, costume design, everything in so much detail, so much emotion in these episodes. So funny at the same time. I thought that everything worked so well in this show, and you could just enter it without being a huge Fallout fan. Me personally, I've only played Fallout Shelter, and I entered it, and I ended up loving it by the final episode. And I clicked the final episode, and I'm like, I can't believe this is ending. And then we got season 2 renewed, and I heard they're going to be starting to shoot this actually by the end of the year because they have scripts already finished. So we could be looking at getting this maybe by the end of next year, maybe early 2026, but I'm hoping we get it in 2025. Our last piece of news today is just a fun piece of news about Furiosa. It's been said that Furiosa is going to include a 15-minute action sequence that took 78 days to shoot with almost 200 stunt people working on it every day. A little bit of a quote. It's the longest sequence any of us have ever shot. The more I hear from this movie, the more I cannot wait to see this. I just want to kind of tease you guys with a little bit more Furiosa news because I think Furiosa is probably going to be the best action movie of the year. One of the best movies of the year, probably. Hopefully the CGI is a little bit better because, people have been complaining about the first trailer. But every time I see this trailer on IMAX, I get more hyped and more hyped because I feel like the design of this movie looks great. Anya Taylor-Joy looks like a true badass. Chris Hemsworth looks like a crazy villain. I cannot wait to see this movie on IMAX. It's coming out in a couple weeks, May, I think about a month from when I'm uploading this is coming out. So I cannot wait. A 15-minute action sequence is going to be insane. Going to be like the John Wick 4 this year. It's going to be amazing. That's it for the movie news this week. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys thought of the news I talked about today. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.